0808 0808 312 8618. Or you can also call the other line,
which is 0700 010 961 961 0700 010 961 961, and you will be connected to us live on the show.
I still remain your one and only, your sport bishop, your magistrate, your pilot, your prophet, the professor. No, so what is it? Let's let the guys know what time to do. It's time to rumble.
And of course, we rumble straight from the local scene. It is all about the preseason here in Nigeria, as various clubs have taken to the pitch in preparation for the new season. While in Europe, the season has started already for some of the big leagues, but in the EPL, it will be going down this weekend. But for us, in the Nigerian Premier Football League, we still have a couple of weeks to go.
Beginning on the 31st of August, 2024.
Exactly. But we can tell you for a fact that right here in the city of Abuja, it's all about the Unity Preseason Cup. As games went down yesterday, which saw the game between Nasarawa United and Ejike Ugwaja FC ended in a 3-1 in favor, of course, to the superior side of Nasarawa United, despite trailing by a long goal as early as in the 11th minute. But they had to rally around to pull one back, and it went into halftime with a 1-1 result. But then in the second half, 2 goals from Nasarawa United ensured that all 3 points got to them. And in other games, Light Mines and Atlantic Football Club played out a 2-2 draw, while Abuja-based EFCC FC took on 2K19. But that game ended in a stalemate, a 2-2 draw, no victor, no vanquish. But the game between Niger Tornadoes, Sport Bishop, and Konak FC ended in a 2-0 spanking of Conan FC. Niger Tornadoes once again showing their superior as a team playing in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Action continues today, but come on, we will give our listeners the results of the action when we return tomorrow. But the preseason is here, Sport Bishop.
Absolutely, like you did say, 4 games going down today. Let's give them the games that are going down. Games began 8 a.m. this morning as well. The games are
Sidikeya took on Like Minds, that was early as of this morning, while Atlantica played against, I beg your pardon, Ejike Waja FC. Oh, what a mouthful. While 2K19 took on Niger Tornadoes, and Konak SC and Midlands Football Club had to battle it out at 12 noon. Hopefully before the end of the show, we will give you the update of those games. But it was beautiful yesterday.
Yeah, game Group A went down yesterday. Today is the turn for Group B, and like you did say, both teams in the Nigerian Premier Football League showing their class. What about Nasarawa United coming from a goal down to win 3-1, and also for Niger Tornadoes ensuring that live returning back to the MPFL is smooth sailing. I'm really a big fan of this competition because it pegged them against teams in the lower division. It gives them a feeling of what it looks like when they begin to play the Federation Cup, where you can be pegged with teams in the 3rd or 4th division. And the good thing about this, like when we spoke with the coordinator, was the fact that young players from this academy can be picked up as part of the spoils of war for those teams in the MPF or the NNL as they prepare for the new season. So we'll keep you tabs on all the games are going down the Area 3 pitch side in Abuja. Come on, we're expecting it to be a roller coaster as we head to the final, but come on. If you're in Abuja and you want to enjoy the football in its Chelsea, you can be head out to the 3 stadium where those games are ongoing as we speak.
Absolutely. So you can as well keep your radio dial logged on a VOP 96.1 FM, and you will be rest assured that every of the actions, the results, the teams that will be progressing to the next stage, we will be giving it to you just the way it is. The Sport Bishop, let's return continues with local stories, but this time with the Nigerian Premier Football League, as we hear that coach Daniel Ogumodede of Remo Stars have extended his contract with Remo Stars to at least 2027, with perhaps an option of another year. It's me that added that one. Not Remo Stars, it's me. Because it's always that way in the with a counterpart in Europe. But he have come out to say that this is my club. this is my project. A coach that understands what he wants to do with Remo Stars, and a coach that have decided to make Remo Stars his home. Remember that they will be playing in the CAF Champions League preliminary round against their opponent Asfar FC of Morocco. That game will be going down in a couple of weeks. And now for a coach to extend his contract, it gives the players this bit of confidence. Don't you think so?
I quite agree with you. Good one. It tells you that he's here for the long stay and the project is ongoing. The last season we talked about the fact they finished third and now second. And the manager, don't forget, it was some point he had to go abroad, improve his CV and then return and took over the dreams again. And he's here for the long term. My issue is that reports we are gathering from CAF is that the Ikene Stadium will only host the second round, but will not be good enough to host the third round because the structure of the stadium, including that, not the pitch itself, the structure does not fit that CAF or FIFA's accreditation. So they will have to look for a new venue for their game. And same with Ekene Warriors, who have borrowed that stadium for their first round as well. When they take on Jeluji, the guys from Benenoir, in the first leg of that competition as well. So, good one for Ekene. I think it shows that they mean business and they want, it's not a quick fix, it's a long-term project. Like you said, third, second, who knows? They could be champions this season, but a lot of things are going on. I think everything is going in the right direction for the club.
Absolutely. Yeah, you did mention that the Ikene Stadium right there would not host the second round of the third round, I beg your pardon, of the qualification, just the way it happened to Rivers United. Rivers United will be hosting their first round at the Adokia Messi Stadium, but the second round will be played at the Goswill Akpabio Stadium, courtesy of a CAF inspection team. Now, the CAF inspection team said that the pitch at Ikane is top notch, but CAF didn't approve the stadium to host the game from the second round because of how the structure around the stadium was built.
It doesn't look like a mantra. It's Africa football. It's the biggest club competition in Africa. You see stadium like the Gospel Stadium, the nest of champions. Stadium like the National Stadium, Abuja, it's a castle.
Of course,
it is something of that structure. Maybe this is where the owner of the clubs, Soname, will be thinking about, okay, can we now get the structure up to place? Because if this, imagine them losing their fans, where we know they have lots of fans who come to watch the game. Facilities top notch, but again, that stadium must get to the level CAF wanted to be to host a continental football.
I wouldn't blame CAF if you ask me, because you look at teams like Real Madrid expanding and renovating their stadium, looking at Arsenal at the Emirates, and looking at...
They are going too far. Real Madrid stadium was good. I want to expand capacity. The stadium does not give you that.
We are still saying the same thing. More like, let it expand, let it build, let it become this football.
Let it be a temple.
Be nice. Be nice to Remo Stars. Be nice.
Apologies.
All right, and that's all from Remo Stars at the good, of course, and of course the not so good. Talking about Coach Daniel Ogumadede extending his contract.
And don't forget that's this 2024. Yes, 10 to 3. That's a 3 years contract.
3 years.
When last do you see a team give more than 2 years? Even the Oracle who got signed for extension, it was 2 years contract.
Sport Bishop, do you want us to take on this? A certain Afinidi, George and Daniel Amonike, their contracts were more than 2 years. Their contract were more than 2 years.
Those are the exception.
But that of Canopy, of course, Abdallah.
Imagine end of the season. Let's leave it.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's not go there. But at least we are seeing years in their contract. We know that this is 2 years. We know this is 3 years. We know that this is 18 months.
Yes. 12 months.
I haven't had 12 months. All right, let's continue with stories from the local scene that we are giving it enough time because we love our football, regardless of what people think, regardless of what you think. We are trying to make you love our own, make you understand, make you know what's going on with our local football. And one thing that we can tell you for a fact is that the first leg of the preliminary round of the Total NG CAF Champions League encounter between Comoros Island Limon Jou against Nigerians champion Enugu Rangers, it has been confirmed, and coach Fidelis Ilechukwu is talking tough. He has intensified preparation with all the registered players taking part, Sport Bishop, in a rigorous exercise yesterday, and also the early hours of today, being the 13th day in August of 2024. Coach Elechuku and his lieutenant are in full business mode as they took the players through various drills to ensure their readiness for the task at hand, which is fixed for the next of champions at the Goswill Akpabio Stadium. I love the way Coach Fidelis is taking this team. It's leaving no stone unturned. Remember that 1-0 draw they drew against the Sierra Leonean side, Kelowna FC, and he said this is only one of those days, one of those things rather, but they are set to take the CAF Champions League by storm.
Oh, we did have remember I had an interview with him during the draws of the MPFL, and he was talking about how well his team would do at the continent and how he believes his team has got what it takes to to move to the next level. Luckily for them, they're playing both games at the Goswill Akpabio Stadium because the team from Comoros Island have their stadium 14,000 capacity stadium has failed to meet up with CAF standard, just like Raymond Stars we just spoke about, and so they will have to play their game, and they picked the next of champion as their home game. So that stadium will host the first leg and the second leg of that encounter. Advantage Enugu Rangers, if you look at it from that point of view, that they are Nigerian, but it's home away from home.
And it's closer to Enugu.
But it's home away from home. So it is what it is. Wait and see how they pan out in that one. Freddy is speaking tough. He's talking about how important this is to him. And we'll wait and see how well he can take him. But I'm really happy with what I'm seeing. We brought all our teams from Raymond Stars to El Kanemi Warriors. We talk about the fact that we paid £35.2 million as 35.2 million naira, forgive me, to the players for winning the Federations Cup and 50 million for winning the league, and then all this and that. So the pressure is already ongoing, and they understand what it takes. Nigeria has failed to qualify for the group stage of the CAF Champions League, and now we're more or less quarterfinalists in the Confederations Cup. We need to do better.
Of lately,
we need to do better because the last time we did that, we did so well was with Aimba. The people's Aim for Elephant. They destroyed teams in those days. The Muridu, Ogumbo is the Mekan Wanas, the
Open
the Dele Ainuba, Vincent Yema. You can go back to the backline, Romano Sorgenta. You can go back, the quality players, Yusuf Mohammed and the rest of them. So we want to see that same impact on the continent and give us that aura why we are called the giants of Africa when we talk about African football.
Finally, Sport Bishop, it has been confirmed that the Moshood Abiola National Stadium will play host to the first leg of the football encounter between El Kanemi Warriors and, of course, their Benenua counterpart, Daja FC. We hear that CAF has finally confirmed the venue as well as the date. The first leg will go on the 18th of August this month.
And the second on the 24th.
At the 24th of August at the GMK Stadium in Cotonou, Benenoa. Finally, all of these things have been put to bed. Yesterday we celebrated the team as well as celebrated the governor for extending that kind of gesture to the players for bringing glory to.
We'll wait and see. But I just want to see whether, because there's a lot of conflicting reports whether they will play at the Kenya Stadium and this stadium. We heard that CAF has rejected the stadium. Maybe there's a twist. We're hearing that it looks like there's going to be a twist where, because the Kenya Stadium has been told that even the stadium itself is not even,
Well, according to.
And the reason why, Abuja Stadium is top notch. The only issue with the stadium is the grass. They feel the grass is too bumpy. The turf is not up to speed with what it takes to play in African football. Well, but wait and see. A lot of this can change. But Academy we know we'll play their first leg and then we'll see where it goes from there. But like I said, what we can confirm to you is that the Raymond Stars Stadium, after the second round of games, can no longer host any other rounds because of the structure of the state.
Absolutely, but we continue to keep you updated with that one, even though it came out from CAF that everything has been confirmed. But CAF can be very, I would not say kind of dicey or not really strict, but we keep you updated. If it's going to still go down on the 18th of August, as they have said, we will let you know. And finally, before we move to what went down at the NFF Secretariat earlier of this afternoon, where a mouth-watering partnership deal was signed a couple of hours ago. And alright, guys, ahead of the crucial second group game in the Wafu B CAF Women's Champions League qualifier, the assistant coach of Esaska Ladies of Ghana, Emmanuel Kwesi Mensah, said that they are ready for Edo Queens following that 5-0 thumping of their opponent in the first game by Edo Queens over their opponent Gadget. Yes, it ended 5-0, and this man is talking to us, said they are ready.
How ready can he be?
See, I see this man as a man who's just trying to hide, telling us that they're ready, but
fears, right?
absolutely.
Imagine him playing a draw with a sensitive,
and you're up against a team that won 5-0.
And you're making noise
away from home.
Is it trying to spice up the Jollof Derby?
I would love to see that spot.
But
Bishop.
I think I think the girls have to use them as a stepping stone. No, use them to make a presence in that competition. Come on. We all know they are one of they've got to the final before. They were beaten by Mamelodi Sundowns in the first edition of the competition. But we all know when Nigeria is when it comes to women football, we are the peak of it. And like I said, I told you some days ago, I said the body language around the NFF is that they believe that this team can win the CAF Women's Champions League for the first time. There's so much belief. I spoke with so many of the stakeholders in Nigerian football. I spoke with the coach Moses Adugu. The camping, the arrangement, the new recruits, everything geared up. And when I said you were like, also don't go ahead of yourself, but voila, 5-0. And it's beginning to whatever I'm saying is now becoming into fusion. So I still believe I think we'll get out of this zone. I think the big problem when we begin to play the likes of Mamelodi Sundowns. We all know that's the national team of South Africa. And when you start to play teams like teams from Morocco,
Zamalek FC,
yes, Afar, ladies from the Morocco team and that. But apart from that, I think we've got a great team. We're going to get out from the zone. Let's see how well we can do. The aim is to surpass our best out, which is the bronze medal where the Manchester United did. So if they get to the final, but they have to win it. I don't be a bearer of bad. I don't want to think negatively. I think they can win it. It's something that Mozadiu can do that for Nigeria. They've become the first Nigerian coach to do that for Nigeria. Absolutely.
And look at how the girls started their campaign. 5-0 win against AS Grande, and then they will take on Saska Ladies of Ghana. Just get at least 3-4 wins. You're good to go.
What they need to do is win their next game, get to the finals or the semi-finals, win the semi-finals, and then win the finals. It's a long route, guys. But see, you've sent warning signals down the spines of every other team in that competition. 7 teams are there. You beat a team 5-0. What it means that anything coming right now should be wary.
Absolutely. Watch their back, and of course, no, they are going to face a mountain ahead of that game. All right, it is official. It is a sign, a sealed, and of course, it has been delivered that the Nigerian Football Federation have a sign, or better still, embodied the Premium Trust Bank as the official bank of the NFF and the national teams. That's a colorful signing ceremony right there in the FCT. President of the NFF, Alhaji Ibrahim Musa Gusso, MON, I must add that, who revealed that the agreement will be for 4 years, during which the leading financial institution will pay the footballer running body the sum of 300 million naira annually, with a built-in clause of a 10% increase every year. Thanks to the organization for its significant support and encouragement of Nigerian sport in less than 3 years of its existence. He has come and said that, look, it is going to be massive. It's going to be financially rewarding, and it's going to be more or less something that will be more of an increment every year.
It is what it is. Sadly, this deal was done behind our backs. We're just getting the information. Oh, they signed a deal. Really sad if you ask me. But it is what it is, guys. 300 million. You know, we're talking of fine boy. I don't want to be bearers of bad news.
When the news broke out, when I saw it, I was like, wow, 300 million for, is it the Super Eagles? Sport Bishop, let me bust a bubble a bit. Information I got was that the NFF president did not specifically mention if the incoming Super Eagles coach salary will be part of this, from what I got. But then he just had to.
What is 300 million to the coach? If you say have a Renard and you're paying him 200,000 pounds a month, it's a slap on the wrist.
It might not be the one.
Whoever it is, man. Even if it's finished the job, let's assume he's been paid 20-30 million. Okay, that means the only money goes to his salary. The truth is, I think it's that's why I said it looks more like a power trip. Somebody in recent time, if you argue the fact that NFF are always crying that there's no fund, there's no money.
Could this be a good move?
It's a start. It's a start. Please don't quote me wrong. It's a start it's a start in the right direction
of something bigger.
Maybe this could be the deal that could open the floodgates where everybody says, "Oh, the NFF is a viable institute
to invest."
Absolutely. So it's a good move. Like I said, it looks more like a poetry song from my location. I ask myself, how much does it take for just to take care of the specs when they just come in camp for a week or two? But at least let's start from somewhere. Let us crawl, then maybe then we'll walk, and then when we walk, maybe then we will run, and maybe when we run, then we can go the marathon. It's doable, guys. So
when are we going to fly? I was expecting you
the
to
marathon first. let's run as much as we can. Maybe somebody could pick us up with
such
with
a
his private jet.
technical guy you are.
Exactly. So it is what it is. But good move, good initiative. 10%, meaning that for every year, 30 million naira will be added to that sum. Or maybe if it's and I'm doing work of accountants. If it's 30 million for this year, that means by next year 10% of 330 million again, and 10% of 300 and the next. Maybe that's the way they'll be calculating money. Whatever it is, good one. There's money coming in from NFF and money to do a lot of stuff to sort out issues and get football running in the country.
Beginning from now, one thing that the sport bishop and I and sport lovers all over don't or will not want to hear is that there's no money to pay our players. There's no money for them to go on pre-season tour or to play friendlies ahead of major competition.
Maybe we could use the opportunity to also call on other sport-loving institutions
Absolutely.
scattered across the globe to come in and to invest in sport, not only football, man. I know we love football so much. Come on, there's basketball, there's tennis.
Let every other sport federation president start going out to invest. Go out and bring in the business. Go out to marketing.
But you need to have a private sector that is willing to dish out this cash. You could visit 1,000 at one time and be disappointed. Don't forget, we spoke with the tennis federation. It was like everybody's running to one place. So that they're not going to institutions. Let's go to individuals. Can you give us 5 million? Can you give us? Man.
It's crazy, and that is why the next election for the various federation presidents role will be very, very
important.
Aside being important, it's going to be very what's the word now? It's crucial.
For the growth of sports, the systematic. Because I think that's what our problem is. There's a systematic issue. The systematic growth of sports in Nigeria. Absolutely.
Absolutely. And the word I was looking for is that it's going to be competitive.
I don't know about that one.
It's going to be competitive.
I'll leave that for the contenders.
Sport like the basketball.
Yeah.
Sport like the AFN. Sport like wrestling.
Come on.
That is what I'm talking about. Yes, it's going to be competitive. Where we want the best.
Okay, let's go. Let's talk about other ones. Canoeing. Let's go to
cycling.
Cycling
is okay.
Other ones.
Honorable Minister, off your mic. Alright guys, this is how we have fun in the studio. We want you to be part of the fun. Feel free to call us on 0808-312-8618 0808-312-8618, or
you can call us on 0700 010 961 961. I'll take it again. 0700 010 961 961. Come on, don't forget to drop us a WhatsApp voice note, WhatsApp message, SMS, or come on, a WhatsApp call. Either way, guys, we'll get to hear you because we want to hear from you. Because this is the voice of the people. And like I always tell you, our job is to give you a voice.
Absolutely. And time is really far gone. But come on, let's continue with some of the big stories that are making round from the local scene. It is official. The final list of players for the Nigerians women under 18 handball team has been unveiled ahead of the 10th IHF Women's under 18 handball championship that will be going down in China. The final list of players that will represent the country in China was unveiled by Coach Adeomi Agbola Shitu. In fact, when I saw the list of those players, including Captain Esther Matthew and the Babatunde twins, they have actually earned their place alongside the Samuel sisters, while just one of the Mohammed sisters made the list. The left back include Amarachi Okparaogu alongside a pivot Damilola Akinlade, and also others who made the list, not forgetting the likes of the Mohammed sisters, which one of them went and the other one was not taken. And we hear that they will play Montenegro in the next game against on Saturday at let me get this right. Nigeria will begin their World Cup campaign against Croatia on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Nigerian time, and they will also play Montenegro the next day, that's on Thursday by 2 p.m. and then they will face a continental rival versus Angola on Saturday at 10 a.m. Sport Bishop.
Exactly. I just look at the list. You see, these are players who have been there or about in the team. You can go a little bit. You see the teams and where they play. How some of the players are well-known names who were part of the qualifiers for the IHF World Cup Championship. So I'm quite optimistic. For me, at this level, it's about exposure. You know, get our guests playing. You know, so that in the next Olympic we can be participating in handball. You know, in the next IHF World Championship, the senior we are winning the tournament. So I'm happy. It's a good move in the right direction. And Abuola, the shit to the coach of the team, has picked his girls. Some names were dropped, shockingly. But like I said, I want to trust the judges, the choices of the judges of the coaches, and hopefully we get a good outing. Like I said, it's all about it's developmental. It's to the cadet level, and wish them all the best of luck.
Go and make us proud. This is the word of the President, His Excellency Bola Tinubu, to the Olympic team. Yes, a Paralympic team as a set for the path, the shores of the country en route to Germany as the Paralympic Olympic Games begins. It will begin today, being the 12th of the 13th, I beg your pardon, of August 2024, and it will go down up until it's final there. And Sport Bishop, this has always been where we win medals.
They're headed to Germany for their training section, and after which they will fly away all to
Subrkan
to Paris to compete. Anyway, like I said earlier in the morning during the bit of the sport beat, and it's simple. I think our Olympics just started. we just started our Olympics. It's just now we sent athletes from Nigeria because in the 5 sports we have 24 athletes in powerlifting, power, table tennis. I think the
badminton is there.
Para badminton as well. And see, these are medals hopefuls. I can assure you. Okay. Let me know is the word assure. I can tell you that Nigeria would get something from this competition. I'm really optimistic. See, they've never failed. But my question is this: why it's like a 4-year syndrome, where after this Olympic, now we tend not to talk about them again until another Olympics. And someone asked a big question, and I will repeat that question again. Why wait every 4 years to get $5,000 from Nigeria when you can just naturalize on that country and make 10, 50 times of that money just training for competition? Why wait every 5 years? 5,000. When I asked the question during the meeting, I asked, he said $5,000. I was like, okay, for the All African Games, you give $5,000. For the African Championship, you give $5,000. For the biggest sporting event in the world, you give $5,000. We saw countries give as high as $700 and something thousand, some 300 and something. Even the United States would give about something $1,000.
Their reward system is magnificent.
Some give houses, land, cars, and money. So
we can only cut our coats according to our clothes.
How motivated are these guys? See, one is motivation. 2 is getting them to train. What was the part the Nigeria play to train our athletes prior, apart from the quick, civic campaign, like when they were having all those competition,
it was individuals training themselves
and their sponsors and their clubs. For those who have clubs like Quadri, and the ladies were here going for competition on their own. It is what it is.
Let's be optimistic.
No,
please, I beg.
For Paralympics, I have no way that these guys.
Recall that in our last tournament in Tokyo, we won 10 medals, where it comprises of 6 gold, 3 silver, and 2 bronze, making it 10 medals that we won. And this year, should we say we want to surpass that record?
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Should we say?
We said we wanted to surpass a certain record in the main Olympics, and we did not even come close. So let's just say we want to go there and participate
and do well.
All
right, and talking about doing well, one woman has earned her flowers, and we hear that the Nigerian Basketball Federation will retain Coach Reina Wakama as the coach of the Tigers. Certainly, she goes nowhere.
She stays put. Good one for her. MBBF have come out to say she'll retain her. But this is my question: is this a unanimous decision by the MBBF board, or is it just the president of the MBBF, Torba Musakida, coming out to make such a statement? Because I wonder, how, since the Olympics how many days ago, when did they sit to decide that she's going to stay put? Or is it just him just sitting at the hem of affairs saying, oh, she's staying put?
Don't you think if the president says that, it means that the collective decision of his board?
When did they meet?
Perhaps when they were playing in the championship, he met on conference call, maybe WhatsApp call, and say, "Yo, guys, this woman is doing well."
We know that we want her to stay. We know, but like I said, let's follow due process. You know, I'm a man of due process. Ensure that the board have rectified, so that we don't end up running sporting as a one-man business. Where everyone will come and make a decision. Tomorrow you fire, next tomorrow you hire, next tomorrow you fire. We saw that a bit of at some point in football, where my man would say this and that, you know what it is. So that's what I'm against. But it's a perfect job to keep her every day of the week. She's the best coach at the Olympics, our best outing at the Olympics. She's won the FIFA Afro basketball. She's the toast of many nations. You let her go now, countries will be running after her like suitors will be everywhere, you know. And don't forget, yesterday the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, through his media aide, talking about Ajuri Ngalale, did write a statement congratulating her for being named the best coach. You know, point and conyums on this lady.
Don't you think if the president gave a thumbs up to Rena Wakama, then it's the best decision for the MBBFA president? If he did single-handedly say that he should return, if the president can say, applaud her excellence.
Who is he not to applaud to say she was?
We are still saying the same thing.
Follow due process. That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
All right, guys, and let's go on the short break. When we come back, we will be moving straight to the Florentine, and we hear that Super Eagles defender Tonariga is somewhere rejoicing. In my word, rejoicing, even though some people say he's languishing. I refuse to agree that he's somewhere in Russia having a good time, and we will be letting you know the latest transfer from Real Madrid, where Vinicius Jr. is set to move to Saudi Arabia. Stay tuned to find out why. Welcome back to the second half of the show. Sport Lounge, reaching you live from the studio of Voice of the People, 96.1 FM, Abuja. Yes, it is that show that gives you the best of sport coverage, sport stories, sport presentation, and of course, a sport analyst in his entirety. Yes, we give you the news just the way you like it. Franklin Imuna is the name. Uncle Fineboy is what you love to call me, cause I am the finest uncle talking sports in the capital city and beyond. And of course, I've got my partner, my right-hand man.
Okay, guys, still the Sport Bishop here on the show. Come on, guys, you know how we bring you up to speed. And now we're opening up the phone lines for you. We're interested in you to have your say. Before then, guys, you can rush down to, I beg your pardon, our YouTube page. Come on, it's Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja, because we're streaming live. Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. Like, share, subscribe, press the notification bell anytime we're on air. You get to know. And of course, you can also listen to us anywhere in the world. If you're in out of town, you can just, come on, download your Radio Garden app. Come on, you get to Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. And voila, like I always say, will be in your speakers, okay? Feel free to be part of the show. Simple. WhatsApp call, WhatsApp voice note, WhatsApp messages, SMS call. Either of these two numbers will get to you. You will get to us, I beg your pardon. 0808-312-8618. 0808-312-8618. Or the other number is
0700-010-961-961. 0700-010-961-961. Those are the numbers that you can reach us live on the show. Feel free to hit us on WhatsApp with those numbers, as well as your WhatsApp call, WhatsApp voice note, WhatsApp message. You will always get in touch with us. Start calling, start sending your message right about now. Also on YouTube, you can as well reach us with your comment on YouTube, and we promise to give you attention and of course give your message a hearing. Alright guys, and let's move over to the foreign scene. Alright, a few days to the start of the new season in the English Premier Football League. We hear that players are moving left, right and center. But let's begin with our own Nigerian players who made some good move yesterday. A good return for a certain Kelechi Nwakali, as he has now joined Barnsley in the English Championship, the second division of the English League.
Scratch that. The third division.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
When did Barnsley go to the third position, tier?
He's trying to reignite his career.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we know him for his character and attitude to football, as well as to his coaches. Recall that his last stint with Portuguese club, he was seen operating his phone during a game when he was seated on the bench, and that didn't go down well with the coach as well as the team's administrators, and he was shown the exit door to go relax for a while, and now he has been shipped out of the club, and he will start his life in England, but his time with third tier Barnsley. Sport Bishop?
Yeah, good one for
a good beginning?
A good beginning. He's 26 years of age, and his best time was when he was captain of the 17 team that won the 17 World Cup. He's a fantastic player. He has an older brother, Chidibiri Wakali, as well, who's also doing well. So we'll see how he pounds out. His sojourn has taken him down to England, and I think at least a good start for him. No pressure on him. I think he has the quality to be. If he had kept his head, he should be the midfielder for the Super Eagles at the moment. But it is what it is. These things happen, and we'll see how it pans. But I'm very optimistic that things can change. Tides can change for him, and this could be the move that could just reignite his career and give him a head start to his footballing career.
Alright, we continue to track that move of Kelechi Nwakali, because when you are playing in England, trust us, we give you that special attention.
Don't forget as well, Al Hassan Yusuf has joined another Nigerian in the MLS. You know him so well. Chidozie Wawaziem, he joined FC Cincinnati, but this one we're going to New England Revolution. That's where we're playing his football. He just signed. Come on, this guy was having fun with the. What's the name of this team right now? Royal Antwerp in the
Belgian League.
Yeah, Belgian Pro League. We thought he was going to head to a bigger team in Europe after having a fantastic way. He won the league last 2 seasons. He heads to the MLS. Fine boy.
It's looking quite dicey for him, but I know that if indeed he plays a good football there, he can
find his way back to
he
Europe.
can also come back to Europe and play good football. But I do not want him to go to Saudi from there. He's still young. I would do need him in the Super Eagles.
Yeah.
But one player that the contract, even though is looking like a little bit complicated, but to me it is something that can still be a chisel out as the transfer deadline is gradually coming to an end. We hear that Super Eagles defender Jordan Tonariga move to a Russian club Lokomotiv Moscow is currently looking dicey and tight.
Yeah. The young man was he had I think what team was he in
the Jupiter Pro League? Yes, with Ghent.
Yes. We thought he was heading to Turkey to join to Russia. We're talking about Moscow. Look at that team was almost at collapse as of yesterday night.
Earlier in the transfer window, he was supposed to move over to TSG Offenheim in Germany, but that move didn't materialize.
This one again looks like another one heading to collapse.
Oh, village people!
Don't forget. Let's let the great people in the village. Don't forget, guys. He was one of the defender that was invited by. Was it Finidi George, right? Was it Pesero?
It was Pesero
for one game where he had a great stint. I was like, oh, this guy has got something he could give.
But it didn't materialize.
Exactly.
Under Finidi George, it was a certain Adarabi Oyo before he moved over to Chelsea. But then he also did not play for the Super Eagles.
It is what it is, brother. We'll keep our fingers crossed. It's too young. Let's hope that he gets a good club where he keeps on playing regularly. That's one thing I tell about young players. The most important thing is for you to keep playing, and keep playing. Keep playing
and keep playing. According to the Sport Bishop, that is the most important thing. And for this man, he have decided to look and say, if I move over to Manchester City, I will continue to play good football. And trophies is almost guaranteed following the departure of a certain Julian Alvarez to Atletico Madrid. Liverpool Colombian winger Luis Diaz has now agreed to join Manchester City, according to the report that we are getting all the way from Spain. According to El Chiringuito via Metrola on Tuesday afternoon, Diaz has agreed on a 5-year contract with Manchester City. Sport Bishop. This looks for me as an excellent deal.
How do you sell to your rival? I think Liverpool may not want to sanction that deal. I know Man City have got a lot of money to spend after that £81 million.
And they are ready to pay £59.8 million pounds.
And that's another extra gain on Julia Alvarez. Don't forget, who left for £81 million pounds. So it's like you're making money, making money, and using the money just to pay, and you have some money to run the club. So it's a smart move by Man City. I think it's even an upgrade. Julia Alvarez is still a work in progress. Diaz looks like the real deal already. So we'll wait and see whether Liverpool will be willing to auction that deal. But like you said, we heard that he has agreed personal terms. But I don't think Liverpool want to sell to a rival. This is a team that wants to compete for the title.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Liverpool may not want to sell to a certain Manchester United, but they can send. They may not be able to sell to Man United, but they can sell to Chelsea. Remember, they sold a certain Fernando Torres to Chelsea at the peak of his career.
We all know what happened.
But they sold.
That deal happened in less than 24 hours. It was like magic. It was too good to take. In football, they all call deals that are too good to turn down. I think if Man City opted to 70, 80 million, they would not negotiate it. But at 60 million, the guy has got a contract, long-term contract at Liverpool. It has to be something that is worthwhile for them to say, okay, this is what we call too good to turn down to let him go. But Liverpool are vying for the league. They're doing so well in pre-season. He's been a pivotal role and slot jigsaw. And I don't think they'll let him go for 60 million pounds. If Man City are willing to go all the distance, maybe they could get their man. But they wouldn't get it without a fight.
But for the players, he has agreed to join City. It's all up to Liverpool to agree. City's move, or rather, City's prize for them to make do of their players. As for a certain Dominic Solanke of Bournemouth, we hear that he has finally put pen to paper on a 6-year contract with Tottenham FC. But the biggest news, Sport Bishop, we are hearing all the way from Spain is that Zubimendi have turned down Liverpool to extend his contract at Real Sociedad, even though the money that Real Sociedad had to table was far lesser than what Liverpool came to pay.
Simple. Liverpool had to pay a huge amount of money. Sociedad upped the ante, even though it wasn't as up to what Liverpool did, but it was close. And the boy decided, I'll stay put.
Could it be love?
Maybe love for Sociedad. Don't forget, he turned down, he moved to a certain Man United at some point last time out. There was a report that he was close to joining Arsenal at some point. this is one thing about having. Maybe he's one of the few players left that are loyal because some people jump at the money and move, But it is what it is. He was the one who replaced Rodri in the finals of the Euro 2024. Where he came and he played so well. I think he has made a decision, and Liverpool have to deal with it. But I think Liverpool needs a defensive midfielder. Thiago Tara has retired.
Liverpool need a player. They haven't signed a single player this season.
I don't think it's showing in the
Sport Bishop. It's going to be a marathon this season.
Cavallo has left, and I think that's
it's
where the money.
They will play in the Champions League.
They will play Champions League, Community Shield.
They will play in the FA Cup.
They don't play Community Shield. They play FA Cup, play Carabao Cup, they play
it's gonna be at least that they are guaranteed not less than 45 games this season.
Midfield is a bit saturated. Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Wataru Endo. It's quite saturated. But I think what they lack is an out-and-out defensive midfielder who can come in and sit in and do the dirty job. That's what he brings, and he's got a footballing brain. He can also play as a centre back if there's injuries, and that's another problem. A position where I think they'll be looking at him in case they need help there, because we've noticed that Van Dijk is the brain. Every other player seems to play around
Matip
Van Dijk.
Matip
is gone, but every other player, whether it is Konate, whether it's Quenza, they all play around Van Dijk. Or Gomez. Imagine a partnership where Konate and Quenza, it's not going to be solid. They have to be the brain, and the boy has got the brain. But wait and see how things pan out. But guys, let's hear from you guys. Your take on the transfer market so far. Come on, talk to us. 0808 312 8618. We're counting down to the new season in Europe. 0808 312 8618. Or you can call on 0700 010 961 961. I'll take that again. 0700 010 961 961. You've got 60 seconds so that we can gather as much calls as we can. Hello, good evening and welcome to the show. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, loud and clear.
This is Evidence Emmanuel.
Evidence Emmanuel, go ahead.
Uncle Feinberg, good evening.
Very good evening to you, Evidence.
I want to talk about my club, first of all. I'm not happy about that deal.
Okay.
That's not the kind of player we need to replace Alvarez.
Okay.
That guy is a winger. Yeah, Luis Diaz is a winger. We have enough winger. At least go for someone like Jamal Musiala to replace Alvarez. Jamal Musiala will be the perfect replacement for Julian Alvarez. No, Luis Diaz.
I think I agree with you.
I don't want to agree that is what who Manchester are going for to replace Julian Alvarez.
But will Bayern Munich want to sell?
Not that it's not a good player. It's a good player, but I'm not happy about the deal because Guardiola is not trying to. I don't know what he wants to turn all the forward player into a wing, all of them to be wingers. I'm not happy. They should go for a better replacement than Luis Diaz. I'm not happy about the deal. If that will happen, I won't be happy, to be honest. I won't be happy.
All right.
But that's not the replacement for Julian Alvarez. Thank you.
Just keep praying that Liverpool don't agree to that amount eventually. Sport Bishop, before we jet out of the studio, we hear that Vinicius Jr. might just be on his way to a Saudi Pro League, courtesy of a £1 billion weekly wage that he might be earning. Not 1 million. Not 5 billion, 1 billion every week, and is guaranteed to be the ambassador for Saudi Arabia in a 2034 World Cup, and is going to end. Is going to take up any job he wishes to take after his contract expires in the Saudi Pro League, if indeed signed. If he wants to be the vice president, if he wants to be the minister of football in Saudi Arabia, it is guaranteed that he will be.
This crazy money talking, man. But I'm happy that the young boy is sensible enough to say thank you very much and thanks for coming. You know, we hear that he turned down that huge, humongous amount of money. Since how they're strategic. They look at the players they're signing. Here, they'll sign a little here, but when they want a top class player, they go bang, 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 and the money is huge. 1 billion a week, man. That's huge. Wow. It takes the heart of gold to reject such an offer.
1 billion every week.
Yeah.
Weekly. And then I begin to calculate.
That's 4 billion every month.
Oh my goodness. There's money in football.
Saudi Arabia has got money, not money in football. Money, the European clubs are suffering financially, and that's why there's too much business in the transfer market.
And finally, we hear that Chelsea co-Palmer, Arsenal captain Martin Odegaard, and Manchester City Rodri, Ellen Allen, and Phil Foden have all been nominated for the Professional Football Association Players Player Award. Player of the Year award, that is the PFA Player of the Year award. The final top 6 was posted on the PFA's X Andola early hours of Tuesday. Also on the shortlist is Aston Villa striker and England Euros 2024 star Oli Watkins. We also hear that the Young Players of the Year award, we are also there. We have the likes of Bukayo Saka, Alejandro Garnacho, Kobe Mino, Michael Olise, and Yao Pedro have all been shortlisted to battle it out for the Young Player of the Year.
Shout out to Kopama as well. He just signed a new contract extension at
2 years.
Exactly. So he'll be staying put. More money in his contract, more stay, and it's a good day for Kopama. Making it to the PFA Players nominees and also signing a 2-year contract is huge for Kopama. Now he's beginning to justify the reason why he left Man City for Chelsea.
Tomorrow on the show, we will start our own trial of Manchester City 115 court charge. We hear that the explanation was given today, as well as a court proceeding will open in a couple of days, and we do not know how long it will take for this case to be put to bed. But we will start as tomorrow, looking at the major crime of Manchester City, and if they have got the lawyers to be able to battle it out, Sport Bishop, out of court. 115 charges, Sport Bishop, is no mean feat.
It's no mean feat, but we know the case will begin Friday. They'll be going to court. They'll try to justify all the accusation, and if they're not found guilty, they go free. If they're found guilty, they'll get punished accordingly. So, Bracelet, like you said, we'll begin our own countdown. We'll wait and see how well they do in court. But the PFA, and of course the Premier League have said the trials begin on Friday. And
just so you know, let's see if we can quickly rule out the charges against Manchester City. 54 of charges of failure to provide accurate financial information between 2009 to 2010 and from 2017 to 2018. That is from 2009 to 2018. 14 accounts charge of failure to provide accurate details of for player and manager payment between 2009 and 2018. 5 count charge failure to comply with UEFA's rule, including FIFA fair play between 2013 to 2018. 7 counts charge of breaching Premier League PSR rules between 2015 to 2018, and 35 count charge failure to cooperate with the Premier League investigations between December 2018 to February 2023.
It's all this about. We'll talk about it tomorrow. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to do justice, but tomorrow, like I said, we're looking in depth into what's going down with Manchester City and the 115 charges as we begin to count down to the new season that begins on Friday.
Until then, keep listening to Voice of the People, 96.1 FM Abuja. Up next is the World News that will hit you at the top of the hour. But on behalf of the Sport Bishop and I, we want to say we're done and we're gone.